Hey guys, it's your coach Greg D here, back with another video, and today I want to talk about a topic that I've been thinking about over the last few days, and that is you can do whatever you like. Now, I've been thinking about this as far as a fitness and nutrition paradigm, just because I know that it took me forever to really find what worked for me and what my body responded to as far as a nutrition plan and as far as a workout routine. So with that in mind, I want you to think about what works for you and what you're actually passionate about doing in regards to eating and exercising. Now, the thing, especially if you are someone like me, the thing here is there's so many different varying opinions, paradigms on how often you should lift, how often you should do cardio, how often you should eat fruits and vegetables, how often you should eat meat, how often you should eat fats. There's so many conflicting paradigms and so much conflicting information that it can get very confusing. And that was me for the longest time. I was very, very frustrated because I could not, for the life of me, figure out what it was that worked for me. And obviously, my hormone situation had something to do with that, at least from a personal standpoint. But in your standpoint, if you do not have any sort of hormonal imbalance or issue or anything, find what you're passionate about, whether that be lifting, strength training, powerlifting, bodybuilding, cardio, if you like running for marathons, training for that kind of stuff. If you like a balance, if you want to train to be an athlete, so if you like a combination of like lifting and sprinting or something like that. Or, if, like I said, if you are want to be like, if you enjoy exercising that's athletic in nature, like playing football or basketball or baseball or soccer or whatever. So find whatever it is you like. And then, another key aspect of that for you to actually stick with it and keep the motivation high is, find what works for you. Now, this may take a lot of trial and error. I know it did for me. And once I found and once I remembered how much personally that I loved strength training and lifting weights, that's what I want to stick with moving forward. Now, whether that may lead into, just straight out bodybuilding and powerlifting at some point, I don't know. But for right now, I'm happy with where I'm at. I'm happy with what I'm doing. So I'm going to continue doing it. And that is the most important thing that you can do when it comes to your fitness and your nutrition, is to find something that works and just stick with it. Don't let anybody try to persuade you otherwise. If you know that something works, as far as having a set program as far as your workouts and a set like eating plan, if you know it works, then stick with it. Don't let anybody persuade you. Don't let them take control of your life. You have the final decision to say, this is what works for me, this is what I'm happy with, this is what I'm going to stick with. So I want you guys to think about that. I'm giving you a little assignment as far as sit down and think about what it is that you do like, what it is that does work for you. Even in a nutrition aspect, I know personally that a low carb / paleo / primal, however you want to call that kind of eating plan, that's what works for me. Because of my body type, because of my genetics, I can't eat a whole lot of carbs, otherwise I balloon up and gain a whole bunch of weight and gain a whole bunch of fat very, very quickly. So I need to watch my carb intake. So for some other people, that might not be the case. You might be able to eat high carbs because you have a faster metabolism, because you have better genes. You may be able to more balance, your macronutrients so that you can achieve your fitness goals. So I mean, it's just individualized in that sense. And like I said, that's why you have to figure out what it is that works for you, what your body responds to, and then go with it. So like I said, if it is something lifting wise that you enjoy and your body responds to, stick with it. Because then if you like it, you won't see it as working out. You'll just see it as maybe being part of your day. Your motivation will always stay higher, you know. And because your body will respond to it, that'll add in more motivation because you'll be noticing the changes. And once you start noticing those physical changes in your physique, in your, just as far as aesthetically is concerned, not even taking into consideration like how maybe it makes you feel after, with all the endorphins being pumped through your body. But once you do see those physical changes, and once other people see those physical changes, that will obviously definitely add on to your, internal motivation. So I want you to think about that. Think about what it is that you like, what it is that works for you, and stick with it. And I promise you, if you do that, you will reach every single fitness goal that you have. All right, guys. Well, that's the video for today. Thank you so much for watching. Like I always say, where there's a will, there's a way. And I will see you guys soon.